A blessed moment with you again. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking your precious time to tune in into this leadership training or session. I want to say thank you. We love you so very much, and I'm sure it is beneficial to you. Also to me, it is really beneficial. Do like, share, and comment. You are such a blessing. We love and we appreciate your comments. Want to continue where we ended last week as we were looking on the topic of character, but on a subtopic where we are looking on the moral excellence. And last week we tried to explain that moral excellence, it talks about your mode of life and your general conduct, which pertains your principles, your rules, your right conduct, and distinction between right and wrong. And we also mentioned that from Thomas Paine, that a character is much easier kept than recovered. Once your character has been messed up, to recover it's so hard. And once trust has been broken, it is very difficult, very difficult to bring people to trust you again. And then we ended up looking at moral excellence in the aspect of sexual morality, or sexual, when you are a leader, to be clean sexually. And I promise that we're gonna look at it in deeper dimension even today on the aspect of moral excellence on sexuality. So we're gonna look at dangers of moral or sexual immorality, because there are some dangers that we must all understand and run away from, especially when we want to be leaders of excellence. The issue of sex outside of marriage, sex before marriage, adultery, fornication has destroyed many companies, many churches, many governments have been brought down on the aspect of the altar of sex. So I'm trying to be as calm as possible so that you understand. Strong men have been cut short on the altar of immoral sex. Great ministers of the gospel have been cut short. Great business leaders, great fathers of families. This thing has broken families. It has broken companies. It has broken trust among leaders. Even world leaders have been paralyzed on the altar of sexual immorality. Crime of passions have separated good friends, destroyed families, torn apart kingdoms, caused great wars recorded in history. And many people, they don't learn from history. They continue doing the same mistakes others who have done, and they did not come with a good testimony. Now I want to just touch some few things that sexual immorality leads to. Number one, it leads to abject poverty. It leads to abject poverty in leadership. Proverbs 6 verse 24 to verse 33, it talks about how a strange person who is not your covenant wife, when you enter into sexual intercourse, that or illicit sex, it crumbles you. You become crumbs, and it leads to abject poverty. It is expensive to fund a lie. It's expensive to fund a lie, because you will keep hiding the person, and it's very, very expensive. It will take everything that you have to try and cover a lie. Yet at the end of the day, the lie catches up with you. No matter how much you have paid, it catches up with you and it destroys you. Again, number two, sexual immorality brings a shame to you as a leader. It brings a shame, and people will not trust you. I want to read this verse, Proverbs 6, verse 32 to 33. Don't be so stupid as to think you can get away with your adultery. It will destroy your life, and you will pay the price for the rest of your days. You will discover what humiliation, shame, and disgrace are all about. For no one will ever let you forget what you have done. I'm reading from the TPT Bible version. There is so much shame that will always follow you, and disgrace. Even when you have recovered from it, people will not forget. People can forget when you have stolen money. They get over it, that everybody was hungry. Even I was going to steal it. But the day you commit sexual immorality, people never forget. Even if you have recovered and reformed and you are okay, people will still say, hey, be careful of that person. Be careful of that man. Be careful of that lady. Please, avoid it. Do not trade your honor with a 5 to 7 minutes round of pleasure. If by reason of strength, maybe 14 minutes, do not trade your honor for this. The shame will not leave you. Number 3, it destroys your soul. Then you cannot perform well as a leader once your soul is corrupted. Proverbs 6 verse 32, it says, it will destroy your soul or your life. You cannot be yourself again. So don't do it. Don't go for it. Please, as a leader, don't go for it. Once your soul is corrupted, you will not judge things well. You will always misjudge things. You will always be on the lookout as if somebody is after you. You will not do things right and correctly. Please, it can destroy you. Number 4, it also breaks families apart, businesses apart, churches apart, companies apart, even governments. It shakes governments. No, the crimes of passion are just so weird, because even those in the corridors of power, when they are caught in it, it breaks them apart. Proverbs 5 verse 3 to 4, it says, remember this, the lips of a seductress seems sweet like honey, and her smooth words are like music in your ears. But I promise you this, in the end, all you'll be left with will be a bitter conscience, for the sting of your sin will pierce your soul like a sword, will pierce you like a sword. I'm telling you, please, it is dangerous to go for it. Think of these 4 things, and please avoid sexual immorality. You can avoid it by having self-control as a leader. Have self-control and maintain your spiritual purity, or your sexual purity. And be content with what God has blessed you with. And in this small teaching for today, I just wanted to buttress these points, the 4 points. Please, don't do it. Don't commit. Don't commit. There is a lot at stake that you're going to lose. And it will even affect your generation. Let not your children look at you and say, if my parents didn't do that, we wouldn't be where we are today. It's my prayer for you. Avoid sexual immorality as a leader. Next week, we'll look at financial immorality. Today, I'm just challenging you. And I'm also challenging myself. Let's avoid it at all costs. There's too much at stake as leaders. Don't trade your honor for just a round of sex. Thank you for tuning in. We love you so much. And God bless you. See you next Wednesday. And please do like, share, comment. And please, we love you. Know this. We speak this out of love as we build a nation. We want lasting organizations, countries, and everything that God has blessed you with. That to last. so that it doesn't break up. We love you. God bless you. And do continue to send your donations and your offerings towards this kind of a work. We honor you so very much. And me and the crew in the studio want to say, we love you, and hashtag Lendaba Isahamba Njalo. Thank you so very much for tuning in. God bless you.